Mr. Worm, you had my picture on the front page as you did this time. Mr. Worm, I hope this time you have the veracity, you have the strength of character, you have the compassion for my mother to take the evidence and print a proper story this time on the same front page with the same prominence that you've done this time. Mr. Worm, you are using your paper to undermine the rights of people like myself.
This was Dr. Patrick Antoine's reaction during a press conference held in 2009 as he responded to an article written by former Attorney General of Grenada Lloyd Noel, which was published in the Grenada Today newspaper. That same year, Dr. Antoine, together with his legal team, headed by Daniela Mitchell, filed a case claiming defamation of character. Nearly 8 years later, a judgment is handed down that both Lloyd Noel and the Grenada Today must pay a total of $575,000 in defamation damages to Dr. Antoine, plus his full legal fees. The article in question was written on the 3rd of October 2008 regarding the sale of land in Grand Anse to a company owned by Formula One race car driver Lewis Hamilton. Dr. Antoine says although he's satisfied with the judgment, there are some regrets that foreshadow his family to date.
My deepest regret that my mother, now afflicted with Alzheimer's, would not have been able to have appreciated the total and absolute vindication on all allegations in that unfortunate article of her first son. And I want to use the opportunity to say to us that when we perpetrate these callous and cruel acts, we must think not only of the people against who these allegations are directed. We must think about those who would have given them birth, their mothers.
Representing Dr. Antoine Legal's team at today's press conference was Ms. Dennis Burris, who spoke of the significance of the judgment.
The judgment is joint and several against both defendants. Now, the first defendant, the new today, is no longer in existence as it was then. It's in liquidation. So the judgment here would become part of if there's any more assets that is still available upon which the judgment could attach in relation to the first defendant, the judgment will attach to that. The second defendant, the judgment is also against him in his personal capacity. So a judgment is a charge on land, and it could be attached to any assets of either one of the defendants. So if the judgment cannot be attached to the first defendant because there are no more assets upon which the judgment could be, upon which you could effect the judgment, then the second defendant is responsible for the judgment in its entirety.
This High Court matter was part of the Judicial Reform and Institutional Strengthening Jurist Project, which is the brainchild of the Caribbean Court of Justice, CCJ. Oslin Crosby, GBN News.